the sensor into Modbus mode, we first connect the sensor through A and B utils, turning the sensor on, waiting for the second beep, selecting the COM port, displaying the sensor information, making note of the baud rate for when we test it in ModScan later. We're going to choose option 3. We then type menu, we select interface from the menu, we select option 2. The sensor will now be in Modbus mode. To verify, we can turn the sensor on while still in utils. And you can see there's no response given. We can now close utils and open ModScan. In ModScan, we can set up the interface. We just open 3 new windows. So we want to use 3 different types of output to show the sensor in operation. In this case, we'll be using the full data stream, so with the call length to 9. We can then set a window. First, we'll do this one. This will display the transducer health. To do that, we do display options. This is going to be a 16-bit integer, and this have a big endian. We then set up this window here. This is where we're going to display temperature and pH. And these are swapped floats. And this window here, we're just going to do our output data stream. And this is going to be where we're going to show it in real time with the read and response commands. We can then connect the sensor, verifying the baud rate is 57600 using COM port 10, which is the one that's displayed, and then we can click OK. We're now going to send a start command to the sensor. We do the extended user message. Using the 06 write register, single register. We're going to send the 04 command. We're just going to show our timing, so I'm going to start the timer in the corner, so then you can see when the temperature, the pH, and the health output are displayed. We're going to send that command now. And now the scan command has been sent. You can see first the transducer health appears here as number 5, showing that it's doing its reference validation checks. While it's doing its reference validation checks, we don't measure the temperature to save some time. We can now see the transducer health has changed to 6, showing that it's now starting to do pH activation, and the temperature has changed to 23, showing that it's now recording a temperature. If we look on this screen here, you can see that we're polling every second, and the sensor is responding within 200 milliseconds. As you can see, a pH is displayed, and the health has dropped to 0, showing that the transducer is healthy and there's no maintenance required. You can see periodically the pH being updated. can now stop the sensor by sending 00. This can be either in decimal or hex. In the hex, it's shown like this. We can send that command, and now the sensor has stopped scanning, as shown by the outputs, and we get the 99.99 return. When the sensor is not rebooted between issue and scan commands, we can resend an 04. We can start a stopwatch. We can now see that the 5 has appeared, and the sensor now will respond to the pH more quickly because it doesn't have to do its conditioning on the pH elements. Again, the 5 is showing it's doing its reference validation check, making us calibration free. Once completed, the temperature will then be outputted, and then we await the first pH number. After 1 minute and 10 seconds, you can see the temperature and the pH as outputted. We can now stop the measurement again by sending the 00 command. And the sensor is now stopped, and the 99.99 will be returned. So now we've shown that we can do a bulk data dump. Now we're going to show that we can just recall the pH number. So we'll turn the sensor on, and then connect to the COM port, COM10, checking the baud rate. Okay. We can see the sensor is responding. We can then send our start command using the 06 single write register in hex. We shall send a scan command, the 04 command. We start a timer. As you can see, now the pH has been returned 8.53, and this will periodically update. So call only transducer health. In the example here, the address is 9, the length is 1. Over here, we've set up the 16-bit register. In this case, because there's only one single digit output, we're going to make the byte order little endian. We're going to go to our user message to set scan command, single write register, sending the 04 scan command. We can send it. And you can see immediately we have a number 5 coming out, showing that the sensor is now scanning. This will update as per the long data dump that we showed earlier. We can now stop scanning, sending the 0 command. The sensor has now stopped scanning. You can then do temperature in the same way by just changing the address according to the website.